Hi, you already know what probability is. Probability is chances of occurrence. For example, if you toss a coin, there are 50% chances of getting head and 50% of tail, right? So probability of getting head is 50%, that is 1 by 2, and probability of getting tail is 1 by 2. Now, probability distribution means how many different values a head or a tail can take. Finding the probability of those values is called as probability distribution. Let us have a look at a simple question. We need to find the probability distribution of number of heads when 4 tosses of a coin are made. Okay, so when a coin is tossed 4 times, what all different combinations do we have? It is 2 raised to 4, that is 16 different combinations. Let's list them one by one. So these are the different 16 combinations which we have when a coin is tossed 4 times. Now, here you can see we need to find the probability distribution of number of heads. So the number of heads can be 0. The number of heads can be 1. We have different combinations when we have 2 heads, different combinations when we have 3 heads and 4 heads. Now, to make a probability distribution, I can see that the number of heads at the most can be 4 and the number of heads at least should be 0, right? So we need to make a probability distribution table for different values of those x. Let's have a look at that table. So we have x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now how many cases have 0 heads? 1 out of 16. So the probability for the 0 heads is 1 out of 16. How many cases have 1 head? We have 4 different cases having 1 heads. So 4 by 16 is the probability, that gives you 1 by 4. Number of cases having 2 heads is 6. So 6 by 16 will give you 3 by 8. And so on. Number of cases with 3 heads are again 4. So 4 by 16. And number of cases with 4 heads is just 1. So 1 by 16. So this is how we find a probability distribution of heads in a given experiment. Okay, now in this question, we have been given the probability distribution of a certain experiment. For example, the chances of occurrence of -2 is 0.2, the chances of occurrence of -1 is 0.3 and so on. Make sure in a perfect probability distribution table, the addition of all the probabilities should be 1. So we just need to check whether the addition of all these values is 1, and yes, we'll get it as 1. Now, let's continue with the table. Now to find the expected value or you can see the mean of the values. So what is the average value we can expect when we conduct the experiment? To calculate that, we need to expand this table further. We have the value of x and probability of x. We need to multiply them. We call it as pi into xi. Okay, so multiplying them and finally adding all the values of pi xi, that is summation of pi xi, will finally give you the expected value. So the average value or the expected value of this experiment is -0.05. Okay. Now to find out the variance or the standard deviation, means how widely the values are scattered, we need to expand this table further. We need to calculate pi xi square. We need to multiply pi xi with x again. So we will get x square there. So multiplying -0.04 by -2 will get 0.8. And doing this for all the values and taking their addition, we get summation of pi xi square as 2.25. Okay, but that is not the variance. The variance is calculated in such a way. Variance is summation of pi xi square, that is 2.25, minus the expected value square, that is square of 0.05. So simplifying this, we should get our variance as 2.2475. Okay, so this is how we calculate the variance and the expected value. Now, if we need to calculate the standard deviation is nothing but square root of the variance. So taking the square root of this value, we'll get our standard deviation as well.